Okay, so yesterday, because we got the Camaro's AC done right, today we are going to finish off the Cutlass with the compounding that we did on the passenger side. We're going to we're going to clean it up, and then we're going to compound it on this side. So we're going to move the Camaro out, put the Cutlass over here, but first we're going to wash it. First we're going to wash it, and then we're going to do all that. But first things first, I need to put gas in the car just to be sure I don't run out. So once I get the gas in the car and start getting them moved, we'll be back. And because the Cutlass cannot be driven on the road just yet, I have to use a funnel and a 5-gallon jug to put gas in it. But I have to use a funnel because it's an old style car that has the gas tank fill behind the license plate. And if I didn't use the funnel, well, gas would get all over the place. Ask me how I know. Well, I'm moving the Camaro, and the AC is still cold, but I think the next part of the AC that needs to get worked on is the squirrel cage. Because listen, it's almost all the way max. Turn it on low, it sounds good now, but if we turn it on full speed, it almost sounds like it's imbalanced. So the next thing to work on, I will be pulling that cage out and taking a look at it. Maybe it's got dirt on it that's been pulled in and got past the air filter, but that'll be the next thing we look at on this car. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna go with bucket seats, because out of habit I just did what I did when I was a teenager. When I was a teenager, I always put my wallet, that I never kept it in my back pocket until I got out of my car. I always put my wallet right here under my armrest, and the very first thing I did without even thinking was put my phone right there. So maybe I won't go bucket seats after all, but maybe make a small center console right here, just because. Interesting. Almost 30 years later, or however long it's been, maybe 20 something years, and I still do the same thing out of habit that I used to do. Okay, so the Cutlass is clean, although the cleaning is only just to get the pollen and stuff off. But it doesn't matter that, you know, we're going to polish this side here soon. You can still tell the difference over the trunk sides a little bit. And then we got the clean, shiny waxed side. So, yep, now it's time to get on to compounding and waxing it. I'll probably start throwing a couple coats of wax on it from now on, so that even though the paint's not in that good of shape, stuff like these, you know, water stains don't start to happen, stuff like that. Keep the spots that do have, see, like all this compound, it's funny how all these spots of compound stuck because it's so dry over here, yet over here, you know, it just water spots. But we'll fix that. Then soon I'm going to start fixing spots like this where rust is, sand this whole piece here, fix this, then primer it, and start working on all the small things, you know, like the small spots of rust here, here. Start breaking them all down into small pieces before I tackle the big things where I have to put in new, you know, cut it all out and then put new pieces of metal in. So I'll start doing little pieces of body work here and there, you know, like these little dents here. Yeah, you can see those fine. You know, fixing those little dents here and there, redoing the grill back to chrome, figuring out how to strip that, you know, paint off of there, stuff like that. You know, we'll get to things like that. Oh, and filling this in because I'm going to do something different with the antenna. So now we're going to go ahead and wash the Camaro just because it needs it. But you know, there's no use in letting them sit with pollen all over them. My car's next, but because I'm going to drive this one tomorrow, I don't want it looking like that. So this one I'll probably do tomorrow when I get done flying. So other than that, I'm going to get on the Camaro, and then I'm going to pull the Cutlass into the carport and we'll get it compounded and waxed. And until then, be right back. All right, a quick before and after. There we go, before, and there we have after. And most of the paint is right there. Yeah, so now we have an even bigger and better idea of the before and after now. A quarter panel versus the door. Okay, so we got it done. I think I'm going to hold off until tomorrow to wax it. So, whole new, man, that looks a heck of a lot better than it did. I mean, unfortunately, the top looks like a bowling ball, and so does the back here. But the car does not look nearly, it's always one of those things. Things look really bad until you clean it. You know, as in, you know, dirty house doesn't look nearly as big. Anything like that, you know, the dirty, cluttered house doesn't look nearly as big. And then you clean it and all of a sudden it looks a lot better and it looks a lot bigger. Kind of the same principle here. You know, it looks like it has a lot of work you have to do. Then all of a sudden you clean it up and it's like, okay, hold on. It's a lot more worth it now. Even though I still have the interior in here stripped, which is fine. But anyway, that's it for today. Like I said, I'll probably go ahead and wax it tomorrow when I wash my car. So remember to go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and I will hopefully be back tomorrow putting a coat of wax on the whole car, cleaning up all the compound off the windows, and that'll be it. See you later.